Hey everybody, this is Grant with Team CSTN, bringing you something a little bit different again today. I'm going to be showing you my favorite creative class slots and my favorite specialists, along with my favorite score streaks for right now. Show you a few of the camos maybe I've gotten on a few of my weapons, and let's jump right in. I'll show you my creative class. We got 6 here. First one, my favorite, I always keep it in the very first slot. It's always in case I go on those games where I just start doing horrible with the gun, like a new one I'm trying out or something like that. But I got my Kuda SMG here. I always use these 3 setups are like my go-to. You've got quick grip, you've got your foregrip, and you've got stock. That makes this weapon an absolute laser beam. You have like very little travel. Just amazing. I use Ghost, Fast Hands, Hardwired, and Gung Ho on this setup. It's definitely one of the better setups by far for any of the SMGs. But as you come in here, I also have like one kind of cool camo on this one. It's nothing too special. It's got a little animation to it. That's about it. We have maxed this one out. Obviously gotten it gold. It is probably my most used weapon overall. The next setup I have here is kind of something I've been messing around with. It's what I've been able to get Mothership with, using the Kuda with rapid fire and just stock. That's all you really need on the weapon. If you can control its sway as it fires, you basically, that's definitely all you need. This one I got Ghost, Sixth Sense, Fast Hands, Tracker, and Gung Ho. Now I've replaced Hardwired with Tracker just simply because it makes me more aware. I can see where people go, especially when I'm chasing somebody, and if they're going to camp into a corner or something, I can follow their footsteps, and it's actually got me a number of kills where I would not have gotten them in the past. This is another SMG setup here that I have been messing around with. I like to use the suppressor with rapid fire on the Razorback. The rapid fire I think is necessary on this weapon. It shoots a little too slow for me at least, so that's why I use that. The suppressor is nice just because I like to use things like Ghost and generally hardwired, and sometimes I go even more stealthy, and having that suppressor makes it so you don't show up on the actual map itself. We got Ghost, Sixth Sense, Fast Hands, Tracker, and Gung Ho on there as well, in case you guys would like to use those ones. The next one is my Dingo LMG. This is the setup I had when I got the my last Mothership. I had the Dingo LMG with quick grip, foregrip, and stock. I had Ghost, Fast Hands, Hardwired, and Tactical Mask. If you're going to be playing a regular game or any sort of match, especially when you're doing like a Chaos Mosh Pit, you're going to need Tac Mask. I should probably have Flak Jacket on here. I don't use it as often because I try and evade the grenades as best as I can, but this was definitely a beast setup. This is the last time I got the Mothership. I was using that setup. Then this is the very first Mothership setup I got, where I got the Razorback with stock and rapid fire. I cannot handle weapons that don't have stock. I try it and I try it and I try it. They move way too slow for me. Doesn't allow me to do the evasive maneuvers I need to when I get in close combat. So I generally have stock on everything. Again, this has Ghost, Sixth Sense, Fast Hands, Tracker, and Gung Ho on as well. And then we go into my very favorite setup. You've got your M8A7. Got my awesome CSTN logo. I'm messing around. I think this is my favorite logo I have in it so far. You can see on the top I have it say Team CSTN as well. But on this one, I used to use like 3 attachments all the way up to 4 attachments, but actually just using the rapid fire and stock on it makes this weapon the best weapon in the game, in my opinion at least. You've got your Ghost, Sixth Sense, Fast Hands, Tracker, and Gung Ho as well. I literally can use this in regular mode, in hardcore mode, for long distance, close distance. You can just almost like quick scope it. In a way, if you just kind of aim in real quickly, then fire, you basically will have a kill as long as you're in the vicinity of aiming at the person. The fact that it shoots 4 bullets per burst is just amazing. It is definitely, between that one and the Razorback right now, those are my top 2 setups right here and here. I definitely suggest using them if you're going to be trying to get Motherships. If you just are trying to look for a class setup for either of those, they're beast. They basically cannot be beaten right now. If we go into the specialist, the best specialist in my opinion is Seraph. When I first started the game, I used Outrider a lot, and I used Outrider with Vision Pulse. It really helped me be more aware. When I didn't know where people would be sitting, when I was learning the spawns and everything, it definitely helped in a few situations trying to find people. However, I've messed around with Ruin just a little bit. I really just don't like him as much. He only comes in handy like if I'm playing Safeguard or something. Not my favorite, but Outrider was definitely decent. I really have never used Prophet. I unlocked him in the first Prestige I did. But beyond that, he's kind of horrible. You can see I have 7 things unlocked for him that I haven't used. I've used this Battery Girl. Not my favorite. The kinetic armor comes in handy, but it just isn't up often enough for it to be too useful. It's nice and hardcore, just simply because everybody's used to a 1 or 2 tap to kill somebody. This can basically make it a 3 or 4 tap, which basically makes you kill the person versus them getting the kill on you. So it does come in handy in certain clutch situations. But Seraph, in my opinion, with the combat focus is the best, especially if you're going for high score streaks. It just cuts it down. I mean, if you want to, you can also use a few perks that I believe make the score streaks a little less to get, but there's really no need if you're using combat focus and you use it wisely and you don't die while using it. Nomad, I used him for a while. I thought the reject was going to be a neat setup, but most of the time nowadays when I find somebody using the reject specialist, I end up just getting a double kill on them. You have to be quite skilled for that one to work quite well. The Hive is also interesting. I messed around with that a little bit. You know, you just have to be lucky. You have to shoot it in the right area and just hope that people run over it. Basically, it'll always get you a kill, but kind of annoying to wait for. Scythe, you know what? A lot of people use it. A lot of people like it. I actually do not like the gun on it. I think that it's too slow. You have to spin it up for it to be an instant fire versus just your regular hand weapon. It's not my favorite, and definitely, you know, it's not something I'd suggest even unlocking. I only did it because I was playing a few games with friends, and we all decided to use it to look kind of scary with all of us with the same guy. Spectre used to be one of my favorites. I do not use him anymore. The active cam was cool, but it takes too long to come up. The Ripper's neat, but too many close quarters combat, you know, where basically I'm just going to shoot the guy down with my gun. I don't have time to think about stabbing the guy or anything like that. It comes in handy in certain situations, but not for the type of game style I have. And then you come here to Firebreak, which I find is very fun when I'm messing around with all my friends. You get to clear out rooms with it. It does get many kills. Just hit fire it. There's no need to aim down sight. It is an absolute beast. Very fun to play with if you're going to be playing like Safeguard on Mosh Pit or anything like that. Definitely would suggest using that specialist. Whoops, somehow I called up my Xbox. Weird. And then my score streaks right now. You can see what I've opened and what I have not opened. I find the HCXD not to be needed whatsoever. I find the UAV not really necessary. I find the Dart not really necessary either. And Lightning Strike and Rolling Thunder are horrible. Power Core is just a waste. The fact that it takes 14 kills to get it makes a horrible noise and everyone finds it and kills it. It's just absolutely hilarious to me. GI unit, I have gotten it in a few care packages. It's never been anything that's done extremely well for me, and it takes too long walking around doing whatever it's doing. So for right now, my normal setup is UAV, Hardened Sentry, Cerberus. That'll get you tons of kills. It's a lot of fun because it's easy to get. If you can at least get 8 or 9 kills, if you're using Seraph, you don't even have to get that many, and you can at least get at least one set of them up per game. But the fact that they're 50 points different makes it amazing to get together. I definitely suggest using that setup. Sometimes it's fun to run like care package with a Hardened Sentry. That's just a fun thing. You get it randomly, you'll get Mothership, you'll get all these different score streaks that maybe you have not used in the past. I have a huge issue with Wraith. I feel like it's taken down way too easy. It's a little flak drone that it has, gets shot down in 1 second. It takes 11 kills in a row just to get it, and it's generally shot down in seconds. Very rarely will you get a map where it's actually useful. Talon's cool if you're going to fly it around. I don't like having a personal bodyguard. I used to use it a lot. Used to really be one of my favorite score streaks. Not anymore. Nowadays, I like running Hater, Raps, and Mothership. To get those score streaks is so much fun. It basically makes the other team rage quit. Hater's amazing. I wish it was more of like the Orbital VSAT, but it does its job very well. The Raps are very fun. They just kind of scare the enemy. They're nowhere near as good as the dogs were back in Black Ops 2, but they do their job. They do get you those extra points needed in order to get the Mothership. And the Mothership by far is my favorite score streak. A lot of people give it a lot of crap because, you know, 2 people can get in it with you, so they're taking your kills. That is like so minimal. You're getting so many kills regardless because you're in the main gunner seat. You can shoot rockets. You're killing entire teams with this thing, and it stays up. I think it can take like 5 rocket launcher shots to take it down, and most of the time no one's staying alive long enough to even take it down. So it's definitely my favorite. Hater, Raps, and Mothership are the best score streaks in my opinion right now. If I'm going for lower ones, I use that Hardened Sentry Cerberus UAV. If you guys enjoyed this video, please let me know down in the comments. If you liked it, please hit that like button and subscribe for more daily content and videos like this and many more. Thank you guys. See ya.